Hello, friend. Be careful out there. You're a stranger here too, huh?
In a way, I guess. What about you?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade.
I see. But that definitely wasn't my childhood. Let's say, I was quite the bookworm. Never really went outside, until now at least. Anyway, nice meeting you.
Safe travels.
Be careful.
If you've got the
I'll
coin,
teach you to
you've
talk
come
to me
the
that
right
way.
place. Pull up a
Hope you're
seat.
willing to back up those words with your fists.
Maven, so good to see you again.
So, where are we off to now?
Do your work.
Now that I think of it, there is. What brings you to Skyrim? You do know that you're going to have to sell your soul for these artifacts, right? Sure, they're powerful, but there's a catch. On the other hand, I sadly think my fate was sealed long ago. But hey, at least when I get to Cold Harbor, I can stick it to Mullig Ball.
Sometimes I'm not certain that the people of Riften want to be happy.
I think some of them do, Lady. They're just too frightened to step up and do something about it like you are.
Erin, you never cease to amaze me. You always see the good in everything.
It's only because I've had an excellent teacher.
Aha, a fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the Empire?
The Bee and Barb. Charming name. So, how is everything?
Everything is splendid, thank you.
Great to hear. Just do your thing and things generally should go well.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting gossip lately?
No, not really. Probably stuff you know already. So, what do you think of the Thieves Guild?
They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rebel.
Oh, okay. I guess they aren't your type then. Though the Dark Brotherhood do murder people.
There.
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't too late. Brynjolf and I found them like that. Mercer's doing. We have to catch up to him before it's too late. We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
No mercy for the weak.
That'll teach you to cross me. can hear water rushing through these pipes. We must be beneath the lake.
That's why I'm the best. Getting warmed up.
He's close. Certain of it. We must prepare ourselves. He's here, and he hasn't seen us yet. Brynjolf, watch the door.
Aye, lass. Nothing's get by me.
Climb down that ledge. See if you can...
Carlia, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Brynjolf brought you before me, I could feel a sudden shift in the wind. And at that moment, I knew it would end with one of us at the end of a blade. What's Carlia been filling your head with? Tales of thieves with honor? Oaths ripe with falsehoods and broken promises? Nocturnal doesn't care about you, the key, or anything having to do with the guild. Revenge, is it? Have you learned nothing from your time with us? When will you open your eyes and realize how little my actions differ from yours? Both of us lie, cheat, and steal to further our own end. It's clear you'll never see the skeleton key as I do, as an instrument of limitless wealth. Instead, you've chosen to fall over your own foolish code. Then the die is cast, and once again my blade will taste nightingale blood. Carlia, I'll deal with you after I rid myself of your irksome companions. In the meantime, perhaps you and Brynjolf should get better acquainted.
What's happening? I can't stop myself.
Damn you!
I'll spit on your corpse!
Shadows. Take.
This place is coming down. Get the skeleton key and the eye, and let's get out of here.
No luck there, lass. Something must have fallen on the other side of the door because it isn't moving.
We have to find another way out of here before the place fills with water. This place is coming down. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here before we end up like Mercer.
So, how did it go? Glad you're still in one piece. Good to hear. So, what's next? Is that the... By my ancestors. Mercer really had that Daedric artifact. And because he didn't want to serve Nocturnal, she withdrew her boon from the Thieves Guild. And they started to rot. Until what's left of them were scurrying underneath the sewers of Riften. But why did the Thieves Guild always have to rely on a Daedra? Couldn't they have been successful otherwise?
I can't believe it's over. 25 years in exile, and just like that, it's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key. I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path. It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge of what you'll be facing. Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves Guild to keep order while you're away. And I can't bear to face Nocturnal after my failure to protect the key. I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone. Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls of the Sepulchre, but I certainly don't need it as much as you. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me down. I hope it brings you the same luck.
Can I have a moment? I don't think I'll be able to go inside with you. From what I've read, the Twilight Sepulchre is exclusive to only Nightingales. I won't be allowed to enter. I'll wait here. You stay safe. So, what's on your mind?
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're one of us. Who are you? The last of the Nightingale Sentinels, I'm afraid. I've defended the Sepulchre alone for what seems like an eternity. We were betrayed by one of our own kind. In fact, I'm to blame for what's happened here. I was blinded by dark treachery masquerading as friendship. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer Frey wouldn't have lured me to my fate and stolen the skeleton key. I haven't heard that name in a long time. How do you know of me? The key! You have the skeleton key! I never thought I'd see it again. And Mercer Frey? Then, it's over, and my death wasn't in vain. I owe you a great deal, Nightingale. You've done the Guild a great deed, and although they may not show it, I'm certain they appreciate your sacrifices. My only regret is that you had to undertake this task alone. Carlia? She's still alive? I feared she'd befallen the same fate, ending up a victim of Mercer's betrayal. Nothing would bring me more pride than to return the key, but I'm afraid it's impossible. From the moment I arrived here, I felt myself, well, dying. The Sepulchre isn't merely a temple or a vault to house the key. Within these walls is the Evermere, a conduit to Nocturnal's realm of Everglow. When Mercer stole the key, that conduit closed, severely limiting our ties to her. I'm afraid so. I'm weakening, and I can feel myself slipping away. The years without restoration of my power have taken their toll. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the Pilgrim's path to the Evermere and replacing the key. Good luck, Nightingale.
It's been a number of years since I've set foot on your world. Or perhaps it's been moments. One tends to lose track. So, once again, the key has been stolen, and a champion returns it to the Sepulchre. Now that the Evermere has been restored, you stand before me awaiting your accolades. A pat on your head, a kiss on your cheek. What you fail to realize is your actions were expected and represent nothing more than the fulfillment of your agreement. Don't mistake my tone for displeasure. After all, you've obediently performed your duties to the letter. But we both know this has little to do with honor and oaths and loyalty. It's about the reward, the prize. Fear not. You'll have your trinkets, your desire for power, your hunger for wealth. I bid you to drink deeply from the Evermere, mortal, for this is where the agent of Nocturnal is born. The oath has been struck, the die has been cast, and your fate awaits you in the Everglow. Farewell, Nightingale. See to it the key stays this time, won't you?
able to bring the key back safely. Nocturnal seemed quite pleased with your efforts. I wouldn't take that to heart. It's her way. Think of her as a scolding mother continually pushing you harder to be successful, outwardly sounding angry, but silently content. I assure you, had she been displeased with you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The circles at the base of the Ebonmere imbue you with powers befitting a Nightingale agent. The crescent moon represents the agent of stealth, the half moon for the agent of subterfuge, and the full moon for the agent of strife. This is Nocturnal's way of maintaining balance. If you ever feel the need to change your abilities, you can return to the Sepulchre and step onto a different circle. Be warned that once you've chosen, you can't reselect for at least a day. Now, your life as a Nightingale begins. Should the need arise, you'll be summoned to the Sepulchre in order to defend it. The Guild has welcomed me back with open arms. I feel like a void in my life has finally been filled. I only hope that this isn't an ending to things, but actually the beginning. Why, perhaps the greatest crime spree Skyrim's ever known. There are pockets brimming with coin and coffers overflowing with riches ripe for the picking. We may be Nightingales, but in our hearts we're still thieves, and we're damn good at what we do. Choose your path, and your journey will be complete. See you again. I was afraid you'd become like the others.
If it were not for the actions of this Nightingale, your fears would have come true. She honors us all.
What will you do now, my love?
Nocturnal calls me to the Everglow. My contract has been fulfilled.
Will I ever see you again?
When your debt to Nocturnal has been paid, we'll embrace once again.
Farewell, Gallus. Eyes open. Walk with the shadows.
Goodbye, Carlyle.
So, it's finally over. Finally. We should get back to the Thieves Guild. Your family is probably waiting for you. Well, I'm here, if you need me.
It's good to see you in one piece, lass. I just wanted to give you a proper thank you for everything you've done. The Guild is back on its feet again, and on its way to a prosperous future. What's become of the skeleton key? That's it then. After all those years of helplessly watching the Guild decline. But enough of that. I'm confident that with you in charge, we'll soon have more gold than we could possibly spend. I'll be down here, trying to coordinate everything with Delvin and Vex, to make sure the coin keeps flowing, and no one skims. If you still feel like doing some jobs, I'm sure Delvin and Vex have more than their fair share to give out. Either way, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Here's to the future of the Guild. May it last another 1,000 years.
just you and me, against the world now. I'll be keeping an eye on you, and I know you'll be doing the same with me.
You've been in Riften for quite some time now, Lady Mule.
I can smell
fear
your
that
wolf
you soon
odor
may
from
leave us.
here.
Riften has problems of its own. Now is not the time for exploration and discovery.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. If you were to leave, I'd miss you terribly.
Erin, I owe you my life. It would take a threat to all of Skyrim for me to depart. Well met, friend. How can I help you?
I'm good, thanks. A whole lot of people have wanted me dead lately, but I think my friend and I will do fine.